Why specifically date rape, I don't know, but it came about because I had just done a three-part internet kind of released short film trilogy about these girls on medication. And during that period, I didn't have a movie set up or anything, so it's really as simple as I was just trying to find a subject that I thought would be interesting to do a couple 5 to 7 minute long short films on, and specifically an idea that I would think that would be, you know, not commercial enough to do a feature film on. But when I did the first segment, I felt like I liked kind of the way that it was pacing itself out, and I decided that when I was going to edit it, if it ended up being more than you know, like or at least around 15 minutes or so, then I wasn't going to chop it down, and I was just going to go ahead and shoot 3 other segments as long or longer to fill it out as a feature. It's a subject matter that is definitely not something that people are rushing out to, you know, talk about or whatever, but it's also one that I don't think that we treat without respect, you know, because even though, like I said, there's like a comedy element to them and stuff, it never becomes fetishistic or, you know, things like that. And I think ultimately there is a point to it, you know, because, you know, in the end we're really using date rape specifically as a sort of metaphor for people just not connecting with each other, you know, and, you know, we really wanted to, you know, that's why the movie kind of has more of that, like, hipster, even though it's set in Alabama, you know, there's still hipsters there, you know, or whatever you want to call them, and, you know, we just wanted to kind of get that kind of disconnect between, you know, people, you know, in our age group, you know, and the best way to do it, or it became really interesting to find a new way to do it, which was, I mean, there's nothing more disconnecting than, you know, having sex with somebody while they're unconscious, you know. It's completely alien, you know. You know, I definitely, you know, actually, you know, during the course of making this film, you know, I even asked my girlfriend if I could, you know, I was like, could I have sex with you, you know, while you're asleep? And, you know, she was like, fine. And I couldn't even do it. It was just too weird, you know. It's like, tried to, and then it was just like, you know, no, I don't think so. So it's not like I can relate to it from that perspective, but you know, it definitely, I think, says a lot about a certain personality type that we were trying to, you know, divulge into during the making of the movie. So it was just finding the right type of character, you know, because each one is going to have a different type of personality that's going to be, you know, trying to trick someone into having sex with them, basically. And some of them are more like ominous types, and some of them are, you know, or whatever. And that's obviously going to end up having more of a horror edge. And just the way that we decided to, you know, what angles we decided to bring it in at. But the comedy ones were, you know, it's not like we were necessarily trying to be funny, but it just, you know, the performances that we got out of the people and just the type of people that they're playing, they're just awkward. And it just naturally kind of comes off as funny, you know. I mean, the movie's never like having slide whistles or anything going off, or people sitting, you know, on whoopee cushions or anything. So it's not like trying necessarily to, you know, throw laughs at you or anything. But I think they just kind of end up being funny, just like the horror one ends up being kind of, you know, kind of spooky, you know. But I don't think we're ever going out of our way to really try to push one thing or the other. It just kind of falls in that way, based on the type of personalities within the characters and stuff.